we talked to Tammy Davis a few weeks ago about Born to Dance, and there was something he said that I just want to sort of lob your way.
Yeah.
He said, no one gives a shit about short films. Agree or disagree?
I give a shit. All the audiences that come to see Show Me Shorts give a shit.
Yes.
New Zealanders are acknowledged as world leaders in making short films, so the international filmmaking community gives a shit. He's made a couple of short films,
Good short films.
along his way, so I think that short films have helped pave the way for him to make feature films. So I think he gives a shit. Sounds like a throwaway comment to me.
I'm just trying to stir shit. But Show Me Shorts have been going for 10 strong years.
Yeah.
And it seems to be just growing further and further and spreading wider and wider, which seems to go against this idea that you can't sell a short film.
Yeah.
Given your 10-year experience, have you seen this change drastically?
Yeah, the market's changing a lot. So when we first began, there were hardly any places where you could see short films. Some of the older ones got put up online, and there were a few kind of disparate film festivals that weren't coordinated around New Zealand. But now there's a lot more competition in the market, and the audience has a growing appetite to see short films. Short films are kind of popping up everywhere. You can find them on television now, you can find them on multiple different platforms, video on demand platforms, as well as YouTube, Vimeo, Facebook. You can put videos up there now, so they're kind of everywhere, and the audience has become much smarter about short films. They're very discerning. They know what makes a good short film, and so they won't put up with kind of any crap. So you have to make sure that you're selecting really the cream of the crop for them, and not just the best in New Zealand, but the best in the world.
How do you organise these different screenings? Because short films can range from a vast area of different genres, even though there's still a massive stigma that they're artsy-fartsy bullshit.
Yeah. Trial and error, really. We're like an audience-driven festival, so we're looking for the best short films and the best experience for our audience. We want to show them a good time and like shock them and entice a whole lot of emotions. So just over the last 10 years, we've really just experimented. We've tried different sorts of films from different parts of the world, and we listen to the audience. We survey the audience a lot, and we really pay attention to what they say. So a lot of the things they tell us are that they like variety, so we really try and include a lot of diversity in the kinds of stories that we play. And they're often asking for more comedies, so they want to have a good time. So we try and don't make it all dark films. We want to make them laugh as well as cry.
So would you say there's a specific comedy screening, or are there like multiple ones, or do you like spread them out?
It's different every year. So this year you'll find comedy sprinkled throughout the program, as well as kind of more intense films as well. And I think that makes for a more enjoyable time if audiences get a variety of emotions all together in one session. I mean, that's kind of the beauty of seeing 7 or 8 short films all together. It can kind of take you through this complete slice of life.
I also saw another animated film back at the film festival that's playing at Show Me Shorts, the story of Percival Pilts.
Yeah.
And that was gorgeous. That was of Leica quality. And I believe that was an Australia and New Zealand co-production, or like...
It's an Australian film, yeah. And they've made a few films. They had one in our festival last year called A Cautionary Tale, and they're just really at the top of their game. Beautiful, slick animation, but these whimsical stories, and this one's narrated by Mark Hadlow, the New Zealand actor, so it's kind of like a fable. It's beautiful and great for kids. We try and include, we've got a whole session of films that are suitable for kids and families.
What's that session called?
It's called My Generation.
My Generation.
So that's got heaps of great stuff. And it's one of my favourites in that section's called Accidents, Blunders and Calamities, made by Media Design School. James Cunningham's the director, and it's great.
Yeah, they're often popping up over and over again in Show Me Shorts, but I think Accidents, Blunders and Calamities might be the best thing they've made yet.
I'd agree. It's making its world premiere in the festival, so it's pretty exciting for us to get to be the first in the world to show it, and for audiences to get to be the first in the world to see it.
Now, you guys have also, Show Me Shorts have made its way to Lightbox,
Yeah.
I believe. So do you think Do you feel like there's another life for short films on demand?
Yeah, I guess we're trying to help filmmakers access the what they call the long tail of the end of the market. So films make their premiere in festivals. For short films, there isn't much life outside of festivals, so selling to TV channels and video on demand sites is kind of where it's at if they want to make any money back on their investment. So we're just trying to help the filmmakers access that, and we're really stoked that Lightbox have come on board. They're so supportive and they're really wanting to get more New Zealand content on their platform, and they just love what we do, and so we're happy to kind of work with them to make short films more accessible through their platform. It's great for New Zealand audiences.
Cruel question. What's your favourite short film in this year's program?
Oh, harsh. There's actually an international film that I love called Last Door South, and it is a French and Belgian co-production about a little boy who has a conjoined twin, which is like essentially another head growing out of the side of his neck. And it's quite dark, but it's also really whimsical and beautiful. It looks gorgeous. And I think audiences will come out of that one a little bit like, whoa, but it stays with you for a couple of weeks afterwards, so you'll still be thinking about it.
Could you see it as a feature, or do you think it really should just exist as a short film?
I don't know. Sometimes it's like, because that's kind of the beauty of a lot of short films, is leaving you wanting more or not having the whole story explained, so it's kind of in your imagination, and then it sparks up all those great conversations after the festival with your friends where you're like, like, what did you think was going on there? I thought this, I thought that, and you can have an interesting conversation about it afterwards. So I don't know, sometimes making it into a feature film might ruin it because it tells too much of the story.
Yeah. When is a short film too long?
When you start yawning, I don't know. You can make effective longer format short films. I mean, our running time goes up to between 2 and 20 minutes, so you can make an engaging short film that goes for longer. It is difficult to program them alongside shorter ones. It's a bit jarring for audiences to see a short and then a long one together, so we try and blend them a bit more seamlessly than that.
All the best for the film festival.
Thank you. Yeah, we're really excited. It's probably our best year yet.
Yeah. Well, you guys seem to keep having your best years yet every single year, so I believe it.
Yeah.